Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Thomas and I'm the owner of Epitome of Excellence Designs and Decor, otherwise referred to or known as EOEDesigns. This is just going to be another video where I discuss some background information while I have breaks and pauses in between events. And that's really not a concern of mine. Remember last year or in a previous video, we talked about charging your worth. So I will say that in 2020, and you know what? I'm gonna say that because I'm gonna get ahead of myself. But what we're gonna talk about in this video is how to get started pretty much, or how I got started in event planning or event design. And I don't wanna say planning because planning involves a lot of other stuff. And what I'll do while I discuss some of the things I did is share some of my old events on the screen so you guys can see where we started. So for everybody that's seeing the so-called glam and the so-called professionalism that y'all call it, we started from somewhere. So basically how I got started into this is pretty much my number one motivator was my wife. We got married in 2015. So when we got married, I always had a knack for putting stuff together, like decorating around the house. I always had the nicest room when I was coming up. And I always knew that I liked stuff to look a certain way, but I never really pursued it because for any of my other fellow designers or men that even follow me or watch this channel, you know how I can be being a man, decorating, or you know the stuff that kind of comes with it behind the scenes. So I never really pursued it, but when we got together, we got married, and then we moved in our own place, I pretty much was in charge of decorating the whole house. And every time we would have company or guests, people would always compliment on who decorated and all of this stuff. Of course, my wife played a part in it too because I'm country and I'll be mixing and matching stuff up. So she'll tell me if something does look right, don't look right, or if there's really too much. So if you fast forward, I think the first, that'll be a good one to show y'all. And I don't have it here, but I'm gonna put a little picture up here. But the first, I think the first semi-event we had was a at-home baby shower for my niece. Couple of things that we saw on Pinterest, because social media, even in 2015, was not as aggressive as it is now. And by aggressive, I mean it's just everybody has it at their fingertips. Fast forward, we had an event for her grandmother, my wife's grandmother, and her family wanted to do the colors royal blue and white, and they wanted to have like a birthday party for her. So I want to show y'all these pictures, and I'm going to explain a couple of things, and I'm going to actually look at the pictures for reference too, so we can kind of talk about, and I'm going to change it on the screen here. So right here, this little hula hoop centerpiece was, I think, a Pinterest idea that I made, and at the time it was nice, but look under there, you see that big gold bulky table runner? That's a tablecloth that I folded that was too short. You see the wrinkles in my tablecloth. You see the empty candy dishes that were just sitting out. And I'm gonna critique myself in this because it shows growth. This is another picture of another angle with the balloon arch on the table. And you see my little chair sashes on those chairs. I wish I can get a better picture. Oh, okay, here's another picture. So you can see under the plates, I had gold doilies, and the runner is wrinkled. That might have been a runner that we steamed to get the wrinkle lines out. But so I did that event, and I also did another event at the location with the kitchen chairs for her stepfather, and that was his birthday party. So I was doing these events for families, and like I said, I won't get paid for it, to be honest. They were just paying for the material, and sometimes I would get, something off the top that after they saw what I did. But we would do stuff for the family. I think my real first event for somebody else was a baby shower, and I'm gonna put the picture here. So this right here is an actual event that I did, and it was a paid event. This was a sunflower themed baby shower, one of many, because I think I've done like 5 sunflower themed baby showers. Look at my balloon garland, y'all. Colors, black, yellow, white. Trying to mix it up because the one that I done previous to or prior to this one was more of a burlap feel. I'm gonna show y'all that too. This is the one that I had done prior to that. Y'all see how I reuse my centerpieces? And y'all see that balloon garland? And this was for another good friend of mine. So most of my events that I had started out doing were for friends and family. So if I did have a piece of advice for those who are aspiring to get started, or if you want to do it and you don't know where to start, is to start with your family first. Get your feet wet. A lot of times I see in my comments or I get feedback on you just starting and people don't want to pay your price or they don't want to pay your worth. You have to know your worth first. And you don't know your worth if you don't have anything to put out. It's no different than saying I'm selling jewelry and nobody has ever seen a collection from you. They never had a chance to admire your pieces or to go through like a catalog or a portfolio. It's the same thing with doing events. People have to see what they're putting their money towards. Granted, everything that they see is not going to be what they pay for, because you pay for the time, you pay for the materials that you like, the pipe and drape stands and all of that good stuff. You pay for that stuff, so people are not going to see that stuff, but you have to give people something to look at. You can't say you're an event designer and you're going to do events and you don't have anything that the people can judge you off of. So in 2019 is when I did a couple of events for family. In 2020, of course, that was during COVID. Nobody was really doing any events. So I didn't do anything that year. And I actually thought about like getting rid of the little bit of event stuff that I had. And I'm glad I didn't, because that stuff was my starter kits. Like my black backdrop stand. I used to put my drapes. I used to get curtains. I used to order curtains from either Amazon or I would shop around, and I would use that for my drapes. And I used a PVC pipe stand from Lowe's that I had put together to make a backdrop stand, and I still have that to this day. It's at my storage. So if I ever have to do like a small backdrop setup, I can use that. Do I prefer it? No, but if I need to pull it out, I got it. I have my black tripod backdrop stands that I use. So it's different things that you can use to get started. You don't have to have the pipe and drape stands that I have. I didn't get those until I think last year. So some things that you probably will need to get started is a backdrop stand of some sort. You want to at least have an area in the building or at the event that's a focal point. So I would say key things that I used to get started was a backdrop stand. I had white linen. I had white I had white chair covers. And if I needed to do a variation of a color, I would use different color sashes. You can't go wrong with it. If you go on my event page on Facebook, you'll see where most of my initial events were white tablecloths and white chair covers, because that's what I had. And white really matches with anything unless you have an all black affair that you have to execute on. Then of course you would use black linen, but I started with white first. So, and again, jumping or fast forwarding into 2021, I didn't really have a lot of events outside of family either. Most of those events were events from old colleagues, and I did not charge a lot for those events. And don't go into it thinking you're going to make a whole lot of money initially. You have to get your feet wet, get your inventory up, get a plan, hire people. And to be honest, I really didn't start making the money until the half, maybe the last 6 months of last year into this year. So a lot of my stuff went into building my brand and building my inventory. So that's how I got started in doing events. I did it for my family and friends. I didn't go into it thinking I would make a lot of money. I used the money that I was getting to get inventory. Something that I may do is, and I might have touched on it a little bit here, is talk about at least a starter kit for an event designer. If you're new to the game and you want to just start, or see if you even really want to do it, because you don't want to invest your money into pipe and drapes, linen, chair covers, chair sashes, tables, chairs, throne chairs, feature chairs. You don't want to invest your time and money into that if you really don't want to do it. It will come in time. And how I know it's a passion for me is because I'm not a morning person. And when I have an event, if I have it that morning, I don't mind getting up doing it. If it's cold outside, I hate going out in the cold. But it's just something about having an event that day where if it's 29 degrees, 30 degrees, I don't mind. Even when it was hot, and I had my outside storage unit, I would push my way through it, and I never would be. It was not a dreadful thing for me to do events, and it's still not a dreadful thing. Sometimes you do get burned out because you're tired and you want to have time for personal stuff, but I know I love this, and I know this is something I want to do probably for the rest of my life, to pay my bills and to take care of my family, and to hopefully get to a point where I don't have to physically set up the events. I can design it, come up with ideas, and have a team that sets up, executes, and designs. So that is pretty much all I have for this video. It's not a long video. Y'all know how I get to rambling and stuff, but I will show y'all. What I'll do real quick is go through a couple of pictures that I have done to show my people who are just starting to not be so hard on themselves. I'm on the Party Mavens page, and I don't know if that young lady who made the post about some things she wished she could have done is a follower of mine here, but I told her not to be so hard on herself, because you live and you learn. So let me show you a couple of pictures. This was a baby shower for my best friend, and she still talk about this baby shower to this day. And her son just turned 4. Well, no, he's not 4 yet. He'll be 4 soon. But anyway, she loves it. These are the colors she wanted. Y'all see that balloon arch ain't hitting on nothing. Y'all see them shiny baby blocks. Y'all see the wrinkled plastic table skirt, or whatever you want to call it. Let's see what else I got. Ooh, I will show y'all this one, and this is one of my first videos. This was the It's a Boy Story baby shower, and this was the first event that I done under my business name. So I had, and I'm hard on myself when I look back at this stuff, because it's some stuff that I know now that I didn't know then. But like, that backdrop came from Amazon. Spandex tablecloths. Y'all see the white chair covers? That's what I had. That's what I used. Let's talk about this one. This is a floating teddy bear baby shower. That was all she told me she wanted. And I told her these are the colors I had. Y'all see what I just told y'all, the white tablecloths and the white chair covers is what I had. Y'all see those blue sashes? They came from my wife's grandmother's event. And the only thing I did was do the floating teddy bear, and I did the balloons. I used what I had. And I'm going to show you another picture of the baby name that I had in the back, because I didn't always have baby letters, but you got to make baby showers feel like a baby shower. So what me and my wife did was stenciled out some big letters off a poster board, and we used some spray adhesive glue, and we put glitter on them. We put it together, and I hate glitter, so I threw them away right after that. I'll show y'all one more. This is the last one that I'm gonna show y'all. This is my oldest son's first birthday party. It was a baby shark theme. If you look in the far, the far right hand corner of this picture, you can see where I used that tripod backdrop I was telling y'all about. balloon garland all over the place. These are like Walmart balloons that I blew up. They ain't rounded off. I threw them up there, and at the time, it looked good. Y'all see my white linen, white tablecloths, white chair covers, yellow sashes. And then my PVC backdrop stand is on the other side. That was actually in front of our sliding glass door. And there's a balloon garland there, of course. I had a fishnet over one side of the balloons and his high chair. And you can see that middle crossbar on the PVC pipe. And just some other odds and ends from Walmart that we put together and used. So, and you see the stuff we have hanging from the ceiling. I think we got most of it from Party City, actually. But yeah, that royal blue tablecloth is the tablecloth that I had for one of my royal blue events. And the yellow overlay is what it looks like, but it's actually a tablecloth with the corner hanging out. That is from one of the sunflower baby showers. Use what you have. You can get started with nothing. Your first event, whatever you decide to charge, whatever your rate is, whatever your materials are, use that money to go towards that event. Do the very best you can. Put together what you can and what you know how to. Don't go into it trying to compare yourself to other event designers, because that is going to stress you out. It's going to make you anxious. It's going to make you overwhelmed. And you really want to work to your own measure and not to anybody else's, because if they wanted that person to do their event, they would have hired that person. I always think of that when somebody books me for an event and I compare myself to somebody else. Like I showed you the pictures of other event designers in my area where I'm like, dang, they do so much better. If they wanted to hire them, they would have. If I was not good enough, I would not have been an option. So you got to remember that if you were not good enough, you would not have been an option. Okay? So this is just another, like I said, in between video. I do have a couple of events coming up that I will have recorded. Tell me if y'all like this content in the comment section. If you would like, to keep this going, or for me to share some other things while I don't have events to do, let me know, and I will do that. I'm going to stick to my guns and hold you and give you guys a video every week. If not, I will let you guys know if I can't. So thank you again always for stopping by my channel. I love y'all so much. I enjoy talking to you guys in the comment section. And we will see you guys, or see each other, or talk to each other in the next video. Thank you.